I was a little low energy because it's almost like I had this momentum. When Mercury went out retrograde, everyone was like, yeah, we're about to go in. Like I had my plans for the rest of March and promo for this program, Master Your Universe, that this is the last week. And so I was going to do a bunch of stuff, and then we're hit with quarantine and all these facts, and it looks like, and it's just almost like doomsday. It's like, oh, is the world ending? Should I not launch? And so I realized that it's always going to be something. It's either going to be Mercury retrograde, it's going to be self-quarantine, it's going to be something personal. Anything, stuff is going to happen when you set your goals. So it's important that your goals are 3D, because that is what kept me aligned. That's what kept me showing up this week, what made sure I didn't cancel or reschedule the workshop, or I didn't feel like, let me just, I'm over it, or, I was able to show up for my sessions and stay kind of aligned. I wasn't like 100% high vibe, but I was definitely aligned. And so I just wanted to share like some of the tips from the workshop on how, so you could set your 3D goals. So, right now you're probably stuck at home and you're kind of looking at your plan, and you're looking at what, kind of what's going to happen for you in the next few weeks, and like how you can plan and how you can stay aligned even if shit goes left. I gave up cursing for Lent, so oops. Sorry. Sorry, Jesus. But okay, so basically when we set our goals, I'm sure you guys are aware of SMART goal setting and how they should be specific, they should have metrics and be aligned. But even before you start you go through that filter of setting SMART goals, you should set big goals. A lot of times within SMART goals or any goal setting, people say that your goals should be realistic, when I feel it should be the opposite. Because what is realistic? Reality is your reality is your reality. What's realistic to you? They should be something that makes you excited. When you set your goals, you should be excited about setting this goal. You should feel butterflies when you set this goal. When you set this goal, you should feel excited about it. Almost like wow, like you want to buy a new notebook just to focus on this goal. You want to put this on the whiteboard, or you think about this goal. It should be something, a fire in your belly when you set this goal. All right? And this goal can be big, because as you're headed to the goal, you should be enjoying this journey, and you're going to set smaller goals, tent poles, to know that you're on track with this goal. So when you set your goal, it should excite you, first of all, right? And then the third part of the setting a goal to make it a 3-dimensional goal is you should know your why, your values. So what is important to you about setting this goal? At the end of this goal, you should have what? Why do you want this goal? What's important to you from it? And write down 3 to 5 reasons, right? And when you look at those 3 to 5 reasons, this is the third part to make it 3-dimensional. When those reasons, when you set this goal, should be towards something, not running away from something. So it shouldn't, when you want to create a business, it should be because you want freedom. What's important to you about creating a business? I want more freedom. I want to inspire others. I want to be able to create a legacy. You shouldn't be like, oh, I'm sick of my boss. I'm sick of working for other people. I'm sick of not making a lot of money. I'm sick of just not really feeling cool enough. Those should not be the values. It should be towards something rather away from something. If you have a money goal of making $25K a month or $40K a month, it shouldn't be because you're sick of being broke, or you need to hit your you need to be able to pay rent. It should be, I want to hit this amount because I want the freedom that comes with this financial level. I want to be able to take care of my family and have them feel happy and secure. It should be good reasons and values that you're running towards rather than away. And there's two reasons for this. One, energetically, it feels so much better to be running towards something rather than away from something, right? And secondly, this is important because when you're running towards something, the decisions that you make are coming from a different part of your mind, a clearer part of your mind. It's coming from clarity and purpose rather than when you make a decision when you're running away from something, you're going to make a decision based out of fear. How many times have you watched a horror movie and you see the person running away from the killer and they do something completely dumb? It's like, why did you run upstairs? Why didn't you run out the house? Because they're so afraid that they just wanted to run to something safe and their room is in the house. Rather than, oh, I'm running towards freedom, so that I should run outside of the house. Also, it's script writing. But when you think about it, even if you see like ID Network, this happens in real life. People, when they're running away from danger, they just make the decision based out of fear. And you're like, why didn't you run outside of the house? Because, of course, you being a clear-headed person, you would think to run outside the house versus run upstairs into your room and you're stuck in the house with a killer. So that's just an example of when you make a decision and you're running away from something and it's coming from fear versus running towards something and is based out of clarity and a confident location. So that is how to set 3D goals. And so what happens when you set this goal based on something that makes you excited and based on running towards something and it's coming from a place of clarity means that when stuff goes left or you hit a snag, your passion and drive to hit that goal overrides any disappointment that you may feel from hitting a snag. So this week I hit a snag in terms of launching or promoting Master Your Universe. But Master Your Universe is a program I created to help people stay aligned and accountable for 101 days and create their own personal successful frameworks, because it was something that I wish I had. So my why to create this program overrides any fear or any disappointment in not being able to promote it this week. I'm still going to show up for my clients that I did enroll, and then I'll relaunch next month, you know? So at the end of the day, my goal is to get this program to as many people as possible. So I'm still showing up. I'm still promoting. I'm still letting you know that's there if you want to join it. But I'm here. I'm showing up and I'm still aligned with my mission and still aligned with my goal. And so for you, whether it's your career or your personal plans or your business plans during this time, just look at why you had this goal, and it kind of gives you an idea of like what is really important to you. What goals are actually important to you? What goals do you really want to hit? What goals will you still be focused on at the end of the world, if the world is ending, you know? This is something that really just gives you the time to kind of reflect and see what's important, see what really drives you, and see what you really want, the last thing that you want to be doing if it was the end of the world, if you did have to stay inside for 60 days, you know, if we do have to stay inside and we do have these restrictions for till June or July, what is it that you want to do then? What is it that you truly want to focus on? What is really important to you and why is it important to you? So this just gives you the opportunity to really reflect and readjust and focus on what's important to you and what your why is. And so when you do that and you recalibrate, you'll be able to stay aligned even during the crazy times or when everyone else is flipping out. You'll be able to at least stay aligned. All right. Well, that is it for my little goal set. I'm going to finish my Snicker bar and we're going to head out to get some more water and some other stuff before the weekend because, you know, see any updates for this weekend. But yeah, I just wanted to hop on here and give you guys that little piece of information. And yeah, you know, take that advice and run with it. Just like recalibrate and take, oh, hey, thank you. I was like, I didn't even get to munch on it. I was like, I'm gonna finish the Snickers. But thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you. All right, you guys enjoy the rest of your